Hello dear students, today we are going to study about impurities of water. In the last class we discussed about first lesson weather, soil, air and water and the portion up to water cycle. Okay, so what do you mean by water cycle? So water cycle is a cycle of water through evaporation, condensation and precipitation. So what do you mean by evaporation? Evaporation is a process by which the water changes into water vapor on heating is called evaporation. Water changes into water vapor on heating is called evaporation. And the water vapor changes into water on cooling is called condensation. Then precipitation. Precipitation means the falling of water in any form in any form on the earth is called precipitation. So today we are going to study about impurities of water. Impurities of water. Okay, so impurities, impurities of water. So what do you mean by impurities? The unwanted substance present in the water is called impurities of water, like dust particles and waste product like that. Okay, so such particles are called impurities. So the unwanted particles present in the water is known as impurities, and the unwanted particles are dissolved salts, dust particles and other waste products and harmful germs. Okay, so such particles are called impurities, and the impurities are soluble or insoluble. Okay, so soluble means the impurities which are invisible is called soluble impurities, and the impurities which are visible is called insoluble impurities. There are two types of impurities: soluble impurities and insoluble impurities. The impurities which are invisible is called soluble impurities, and the impurities which are visible are called insoluble impurities. Then the impurities present on the water can cause many water diseases like jaundice, diarrhea, cholera, tapeworm infections, etc. So we can purify the water through different methods. So the purification of water can be done by different process, and the different process that we use to purify water are boiling, sedimentation, decantation, filtration, adding chlorine tablets, then using filters. So these are the different methods that we use to purify water. So which are the methods we use to purify water? The first one is boiling. It's a simple method which used to kill the germs present in the water. Okay, then the next one is sedimentation and decantation, then filtration, adding chlorine tablets, then using filters. So purification of water. So the water containing various impurities like dust particles, unwanted waste products, etc. can cause various diseases like cholera, jaundice, etc. So it's very important to make the water potable. Potable means purify water for it is fit for drinking. Okay, so we use different methods to purify the water. So the methods to purify water, and the methods are: first one, boiling. B-O-I-L-I-N-G, boiling. Then sedimentation, C-S-E-D-I-M-E-N-T-A-T-I-O-N, sedimentation. Then decantation, D-E-C-A-N-T-A-T-I-O-N, decantation. And the next process is filtration, F-I-L-T-R-A-T-I-O-N, filtration. And adding chlorine tablets, C-H-L-O-R-I-N-E, chlorine tablets, T-A-B-L-E-T-S, chlorine tablets. Then the last one is using filters, F-I-L-T-E-R-S, filters. So these are the different methods that we use to purify water. So we purify water for to purify water if it fit for drinking. So which are the different methods we use to purify water? Boiling, sedimentation, decantation, filtration, chlorine tablets. Chlorine tablets are chemicals used to clean the water. It's a chemical used to it's a chemical which added the water to kill the germs. Then filters. So look at the spelling of these words. Boiling, B-O-I-L-I-N-G, boiling. Then sedimentation, S-E-D-I-M-E-N-T-A-T-I-O-N, sedimentation. Then decantation, D-E-C-A-N-T-A-T-I-O-N, decantation. Filtration, F-I-L-T-R-A-T-I-O-N, filtration. Then adding chlorine tablets, C-H-L-O-R-I-N-E, chlorine tablets, T-A-B-L-E-T-S, chlorine tablets. Then using filters, F-I-L-T-E-R-S, filters. So these are the different methods that we use to purify the water, or that we use to kill the germs, harmful germs present in the water. Okay, or remove the unwanted substance present in the water. So write the spelling of these words in your class book at least 10 times and send to my WhatsApp. Okay. So purification of water, P-U-R-I-F-I-C-A-T-I-O-N, purification of water, W-A-T-E-R, water. So which are the methods that we use to purify water? Boiling, sedimentation, decantation, filtration, then chlorine tablets, and using filters. So what do you mean by boiling? It's a simple method or simple way of killing germs and bacteria present in the water. And water should be boiled for at least 15 to 20 minutes. Okay, you want to boil water to 15 to 20 minutes. It kills the germs present in the water. It's a simple method. Boiling is the very simple method to kill the germs present in the water, or it's a simple method or simple way to purify water. So we can boil water in at least 15 to 20 minutes. So it kills the germs present in the water. Okay, then after boiling, special care should be taken to store the water properly. Then it's fit for drinking. Okay, so the first method is boiling. Then the next one is sedimentation. So what do you mean by sedimentation? Sedimentation means it's a process of purifying water, and it's a process in which water is allowed to stand for a few minutes Decantation means the water purification process which water is poured. When we use the sedimentation process, the impurities present in the water settle down, then the water can be separated by through the process decantation. Then chlorination. Chlorination means it's a process of adding chlorine tablets to chlorine tablets in the water, which means chlorine tablets is a chemical which kills the germs present in the water. So we can add chlorine tablets in the water and the process is called chlorination. The process is called chlorination. Okay, so the first one is boiling, and boiling is a simple way of killing germs and bacteria present in the water. Then sedimentation. Sedimentation means when water is allowed to stand in a container. So we take water in a container and it stands for few minutes. Then the heavier impurities or the unwanted substances present in the water settle down in the container. Then we can separate the water and the impurities separately. Okay, and the process by which water is slowly poured off is known as decantation. Then filtration. Filtration means filtration is a process and the water is passed different kinds of filters and the water to separate the impurities and clean water, and it is called filtration. Passing of water through filters to remove impurities are called filtration. Okay, by adding chlorine tablets we can kill the germs present in the water, and the process is called chlorination. Let's see the definitions of filtration, sedimentation, decantation and chlorination. And the first one is boiling. Boiling is a simple method of killing germs present in the water, and you can heat the water for 15 to 20 minutes and it kills the germs present in the water. Then it's good for drinking. Then the next method is sedimentation. Okay, sedimentation. What is the spelling of the word sedimentation? Yes, E D I M E N T A T I O N. Sedimentation. So sedimentation means a process in which water is allowed to stand for a few minutes to undisturbed and to allow heavy impurities settle down, and the process is called sedimentation. Then decantation. Decantation means a water purification method and the process in which water is slowly poured off into another container. The water is during the sedimentation process, the impurities present in the water settle down. Then the clean water is poured into another container after sedimentation, and it is called decantation. So sedimentation means the water is allowed to stand for a few hours and to allow heavy impurities settle down, and that process is called sedimentation. The sediments settle down under the water and it is called sedimentation. Okay, so a process in which water is allowed to water is allowed to stand for a few hours. So water is allowed to stand for a few hours to allow the heavy impurities, to allow the impurities settle at the bottom, to allow the impurities settle down or settle at the bottom of the container. Okay, so settle at the bottom of the container, and the process is called sedimentation. So what do you mean by sedimentation? The water is, when we take water in a container, then the water is allowed to stand for a few hours for undisturbed. Then allow the impurities present in the water settle at the bottom of the container. Then the process is called sedimentation. Water is allowed to stand for a few hours to allow the impurities settle at the bottom, and is called sedimentation. Then decantation. Decantation means water is slowly poured off into another container after sedimentation, and it is called decantation. The clean water transferred to another container after sedimentation is called decantation. Okay. So the next one is decantation. So what is the spelling of the word decantation? D-E-C-A-N-T-A-T-I-O-N. Decantation. So what do you mean by decantation? It's a purification process where water is slowly poured off into another container after sedimentation is called decantation. Okay, water is slowly poured off into another container after sedimentation. Is called decantation. So decantation is a water purification method, and when water is slowly poured off into another container after sedimentation, and the process is called decantation. So the water purification methods are boiling, then sedimentation, decantation. The next method is filtration. So what do you mean by filtration? Passing of water through filters to remove the impurities present in the water is called filtration. Okay. So passing of water through filters to remove the impurities is known as filtration. So the next method is filtration. F-I-L-T-R-A-T-I-O-N. Filtration. So what do you mean by filtration? Passing of water through filters to remove the impurities is known as filtration. Passing of water through filters. Okay, through filters and use filters to remove the impurities. Filters to remove impurities. I-M-P-U-R-I-T-I-E-S. Impurities, and the process is called filtration. Okay, so the first one is boiling. It's a simple method used to kill the germs present in the water, and the next one is sedimentation. The water is stand for a few hours, then allow the water to settle down the impurities at the bottom of the container, and the process is called sedimentation. Then the clean water poured off into another container, that is called decantation. Then filtration. Filtration means the passing of water through filters. We use filters to filter Chlorination. So what do you mean by chlorination? It's a process when we add chlorine tablets to water to remove the impurities, and the process is called chlorination. Okay. So chlorine tablets are added to kill germs and make the water potable, make the water fit for drinking, and the process is called chlorination. Chlorination. Okay, so what do you mean by chlorination? Chlorine tablets are added to kill germs and make the water potable. Potable means make it fit for drinking, and the process is called chlorination. So chlorine tablets are added to kill germs. With chlorine tablets are added to kill germs and make the water potable. Potable means make it fit for drinking, and the process is called chlorination. Then the next one is using filters, that is filtration. Okay, so different kinds of filters are available, and which is used to remove the germs or the unwanted particles present in the water. So these are the different methods that we use to purify water. So which are the different methods used to purify water? Boiling, sedimentation, decantation, filtration, adding chlorine tablets, and the process is called chlorination. Then using filters, that is filtration. Okay, so these are the methods that we use to purify water. Next one is underground water. Underground water means when it rains, some rainwater is absorbed by the soil and it goes under the ground, and the water present under the ground is called underground water. Then water level. The level of the underground water is known as water level or water table. Okay. So the level of the underground water at any place is known as water table. So underground water means when it rains or in the time of rain, then the rainwater is absorbed by the soil, then it goes to under the soil, and the water present under the soil is known as underground water. Then water table means the level of water at any place is known as level of underground water. The level of underground water at any place is known as water table. The level of the underground water at any place is known as water table. So the next one is water table. W-A-T-E-R, water. T-A-B-L-E, water table. So what do you mean by water table? It's the level of underground water at any place. Okay. So the level of the underground water at any place is known as water table. The level of underground water at any place. At any place is known as water table. The level of underground water, U-N-D-E-R-G-R-O-U-N-D, underground water at any place is known as water table. So what do you mean by water table? It's the level of underground water at any place is known as water table. So these are the things that we discussed in our first lesson. So take your textbook and take the page number 130. And here is our portion, impurities of water. So look at your textbook and listen carefully and read the textbook. water. The impurities, impurities, impurities can be soluble, which means invisible, or insoluble, which means visible. A number of waterborne diseases like cholera, 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 diarrhea, 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 typhoid, typhoid, tapeworm infection, tapeworm, tapeworm infection, and jaundice, jaundice are caused due to consumption of impure water. When we drink impure water, the waterborne diseases like cholera, diarrhea, typhoid, tapeworm infections and jaundice will be caused. Okay. So these are the waterborne diseases. Then the next heading, purification of water. Water containing various impurities can cause various diseases. So it is very important to make water potable. That is, to purify water so it is fit for drinking. So potable means purify the water and it is make it fit for drinking. Water can go through various purification stages which are as follows. Then the first method to purify water is boiling. boiling, boiling. So look at your textbook. The simplest way of killing germs and bacteria present in the water is through boiling. Water should be boiled for at least 15 to 20 minutes. MINS, 6 minutes. Okay. After boiling, special care should be taken to store water properly for use. The insoluble impurities can be removed by the following process. The boiling helps to remove the soluble impurities and the insoluble impurities, which means the impurities which are visible is known as insoluble impurities, that can be separated or removed by the process of sedimentation, decantation, filtration and chlorination. So the first one, sedimentation and decantation. When water is allowed to stand in a container for a few hours, the heavier impurities settle at the bottom of the container. The process in which insoluble impurities settle down is called sedimentation. So sedimentation is a process where the insoluble impurities settle down at the bottom of a container is known as sedimentation. The clean water is then poured very slowly into another container without disturbing the impurities. The process by which water is slowly poured off is known as decantation. Then the next page. The water obtained through this process is not necessarily clean. This water may further be treated to become germ-free. Then the next one is filtration. In the filtration process, water is passed through different kinds of filters which allows the water to pass, but the impurities or suspended particles get separated. SUSPENDED, suspended. The water collector is thus clean. So filtration means passing the water through filters to remove the impurities is known as filtration. Then chlorine tablets, and the process is called chlorination. Chlorine tablets can also be added to the water in the right amount to kill the germs and make it safe for drinking. Then filters. Different kinds of filters are available these days that can remove germs and dissolved chemicals to make water safe for drinking. So these are the different methods for purify the water. Then the next one is underground water. Underground water means the water present in the underground. The soil is known as underground water, and the level of underground water is known as water table. Okay. So look at your textbook. Underground water. When it rains, some rainwater is absorbed ground, where it keeps on collecting slowly. After the rain, the water level under the ground rises. The level of the underground water at any place is known as the water table of that place. We can use this water, which means we can use the underground water by digging wells and by installing hand pumps and tube wells to pull it up. This water is usually safe for drinking as it gets filtered by seeping through the layers of the soil. Okay, so these are the things that we discussed in our first lesson. So what are the things that we discussed in the first lesson? The main important things are evaporation, condensation, sea breeze, land breeze, humidity, precipitation, water cycle, filtration, sedimentation, decantation and chlorination. Okay. So now we are moving to solve our exercise portion. So take the page number 133. And the first portion is pick the correct answer. And the first question, changes in the weather are caused primarily due to sun. Changes in the weather are caused primarily due to the sun. So the answer is option first, sun. So tick this box. It's on this box. Okay. Then the second question, water should be boiled for at least, boiling is a simple way to purify the water, and you can boil the water at least 15 to 20 minutes. Okay. So the answer is option B, 15 to 20. Then third question, the change of water into water vapor on heating is called, when we heat water it changes to water vapor, and the process is called evaporation. Option A, evaporation. E-V-A-P-O-R-A-T-I-O-N, evaporation. Then the fourth question, storm is caused due to strong wind. Storm is caused due to strong wind. Then the land and the sea breeze are caused due to land is heated and cooled faster than water. Then the next one is fill in the blanks. First question, the dash causes all changes in water. The sun causes all changes in water. So the answer is sun. S-U-N, sun. Then the next one is hot air is dash and rises. Hot air is heats and rises. H-E-A-T-S-U-P, heats and rises. Then the third question, land breeze blows during the night. Then the next question, the land gets dash faster than dash. The land gets heated faster than the water, sea water. Okay. Then the next question, the rate of evaporation dash with temperature. The rate of evaporation increases with increasing temperature. Okay. So when the temperature increases, the rate of evaporation also increases. So the answer is increases. I-N-C-R-E-A-S-E-S. Then the last one is dash is a chemical added to water to kill germs. Which is the chemical that we use to kill germs present in the water? It's chlorine tablets. C-H-L-O-R-I-N-E. Chlorine tablets. T-A-B-L-E-T-S. Chlorine tablets. Then the next portion, write down C for condensation or E for evaporation in the following. So some statements are given here. You want to identify which of the statements shows condensation and evaporation. So the first one, water drops collect outside the cold cork bottle kept on a table. So the water drops collect on a cold drink bottle. It shows condensation. Okay, so write C. Then the next one is, you can see your breath when you blow from your mouth on a very cold day. You can see the breath on a cold day, and it is evaporation. So write E. Then the third one is, your sweat disappears when you stand under a fan. If we sweat a lot, then we can stand under a fan, then our sweat disappears and it shows evaporation. So you write E. Then the fourth one is, drops of water are seen on glass on cold winter morning question. Filtration mainly removes soluble impurities present in the water. Statement is false. Filtration is a process of purifying water which remove the insoluble impurities present in the water. Then third question, water cools down faster than land. It's true. During daytime, water cools down faster than land. Then fourth question, evaporation is faster on a humid day. It's false. Then on heating liquid, water cannot change into water vapor. It's also false. On heating, water changes into water vapor. In this statement, on heating liquid, water cannot change into water vapor. The statement is false. You write F on the box. So, first lesson is over and the answers of the questions will be sent to your WhatsApp. So, you read your textbook more and more times and the next reading is very important. And if you have any doubts,